Yadarika.
Good afternoon. My name is Isaiah Penny.
And we are your hosts for the 2018 Urban Construction Craft Academy Summer Awards and Presentation Ceremony.
When you think of summer camps, you think of sports or maybe even coding camps.
You've probably never seen or heard of a camp like this. This camp is extraordinary. Mr. Dozier and his colleagues have come together to create a camp that gives back to this community. We've learned career-ready skills, retained strategies useful for when the school year starts, met and worked with new friends, and most importantly, learned and displayed discipline.
Not all of us will grow and find ourselves in the AC, plumbing, talent, or electrician industry, where it's important that we use our time during the summer break wisely and effectively.
Although we may not all find ourselves in this career path, we have the discipline to learn what to do in the event that our toilet is clogged,
Our sinks start leaking.
or our AC just completely is not working.
Before we begin, we would like to take the time out to thank all parents, guardians, friends, and relatives to come out in the support of us.
We really appreciate it, and know we wouldn't be here without your support.
To start off the program, we will have Anthony Johnson giving the acknowledgments and introductions of our special guests.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I said good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. All right, my name is Anthony Johnson, and I will be presenting our guests, starting off with Mr. Luis Diaz. He has helped us very much. Can you come up here, please? Now I will be presenting Mastro Powell. He relates to 99 Gems, Hot 105, 93.7, and 93.1. He's also the host of Sunday Morning Gospel for 99 Gems. He's on his way. You guys get to meet him, shake his hand. Also, Rodney Baltimore, the host of Tom Jordan Morning Show. He also has helped Mr. Dozier with his group and, try to maintain the summer camp. Also, I'll be talking about Kelsey Toomer. He's a royal for photography. Anton Graham, superintendent for LCM Group. Last but not least, Michael Simmons, professional actress. Also, Dr. Clark. And last but not least, we'd like to thank you for the resources officers, protect us from the violence and stuff. 24/7, you'll see them walking, and their cars stay outside. Let's give one more round of applause to these intelligent adults.
Thank you guys for being here on this special day. We really appreciate it. In every camp, bonds are formed and memories are created. With that being said, we will now have a video presentation of our camp highlights.
Our memories will go unforgettable, remain vivid in our minds and our warm hearts. This camp wasn't all fun and games.
Yes, we created memories and had fun, but we still had to buckle down, learn something, and display self-discipline. Jim Rohn, an entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker, once said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments."
Coming into the camp, I'm sure everyone's goal was to learn. Now we will see if they were disciplined enough to retain the information.
We will now have presentations of subjects and awards to subject teachers.
Please welcome up Keon Currington and Malachi Doyle presenting what they learned about programming and the purpose of this camp.
Good afternoon, my name is Keon Currington.
My name is Malachi Doyle.
Today we're going to be talking about painting.
I was talking about the tools and y'all will be talking about the
Alright, we're going to be talking about the tools.
What you need is scrub brush, paintbrush, lime. I'm sorry, you probably didn't see that, right? Acid. Goggles. We're trying to really
Look, basic gloves, goggles,
duct tape,
edge brush,
and paint.
and acid.
Not anything on that. That's all. I got it. Sorry.
Alright, now I'm going to talk about the outside. Alright. Before you start painting, mix up your paint. Then when I'm done, pressure clean your house. And people like to do the edges first or last, but I like to do mine first, so I can knock that down. Edge. Okay, when you're done with the edge, get the roller. Get the roller, roll your house, wait a few minutes, then add the second coat. Now, I'm going to talk about the inside. Alright. Before you start doing anything, move all your furniture, make sure all holes is patched, and add tape around the things that you want to get painted. And for now, start edging and start painting. Alright, what's Smiley at? Smiley. Miss Smiley. Okay. He taught me how to paint. He taught me how to do things. He taught me about the tools. He taught me everything. And I like to get in this board.
Let's give another round of applause for Keon and Malachi.
I'm sure we all thought we knew all there was to painting. However, there is more than what meets the eye, and we gained a deeper understanding of the topic while being here at the Urban Construction Craft Academy Summer Camp.
Now let's welcome Calvin Brown and Quasi Blackman up to present what they learned about plumbing.
Good morning. My name is Quasi Blackman.
My name is Calvin Brown.
And today our topic is going to be about plumbing. So I'll be talking to you about how to unclog your sink with a snake. So you want to stick this inside of the drain hole, and once you stick it down there, you have to turn it counterclockwise and turn on the water. Once you're done, to make sure that you took whatever there was that was clogged up inside of your sink, and if it fills back up with water and it doesn't go back down the way that it should, you can be able to stick it down there again, because it could be hair, soap, chunks, or anything down there. So what you would want to buy to prevent that is a plug for your sink, and Calvin will be telling you how to unclog your toilet with this tool.
Now what you want to do is that you want to stick the line of the snake down inside the toilet drain, and what you want to do is start turning it left or right. It really don't matter which way it goes, as long as you see it moving. And so when you're turning it, yeah, this is how it is under your toilet. Yeah, so when you see it moving, that lets you know you're doing it the right way. And so after that, you want to remove the snake from the toilet. Then you see how much waste was left inside the toilet.
Or you flush it.
Yes, and if you don't see any coming out, you want to call a professional, like Mr. Charlie back there. So you do
Mr. Charlie. Thank you for teaching us everything that we should know about plumbing and how to be able to do everything ourselves so our parents won't have to spend money on somebody else.
Thank you, Calvin and Constance. Now we know what to do in the event that our pipes get clogged. We will now be moving on to tiling done by Jarvis Seymour and Tiana Grant.
Good afternoon. My name is Jarvis Seymour. My name is Jason Roberts, and today we're going to be presenting tiling. First, we'd like to talk about the steps of tiling. The first step is cleaning the floor. What that basically means, you want the whole area clean that you're working on. Step 2, snap the chalk line.
Basically it's a line, so when you chalk, you can chalk it for you know how much that you need to put on there, so you won't put too much. The third step is dry like your towel and like dry like your area before you get to work, because you don't want to let it be wet when you start. The fourth step is you snap another chalk line again. It goes like this. You chalk one like this and you chalk it like that, so it can be forward, up and down. So the fifth step is you mix your thin cut. After you do that, you mix it, and after you pick up your towel, you just lay it on your surface, that you are working on basically.
After that, apply the Motar. And then the 7th step, you will place the towel. And then next, you will cut the hard towel. Basically what that means, any uneven towel that doesn't fit in the wall or the floor, which means you have to cut it evenly with a towel cutter. So then after that, you'll be able to place the towel, and then place your spacers. The spacers are used to create space so when the grout dry, it won't be stuck together like that. It has space.
Another thing is you can't just lay your towel on the floor, right? Because if you lay it on there, it'll be bunched up and it'll look awkward, like messed up.
All right now.
The 10th step is a lot of the drop on top of your towel after it, like basically it shines and makes your towel look better than what it originally supposed to look like. That was the 10 steps of my towel. Thank you. Mr. Sam, can you come up? Thank you for honor to help us with.
Your microphone.
Knowing what we now know about tiling, who knows, maybe one of us will be the ones to tile your bathroom or your living room floor.
Give it a little UCCA magical touch.
Speaking of magic touches, I'm sure we all love AC. What would we do without it?
When our AC stops working, what steps should we follow? How do we do it in a non-costly manner?
Next, we will have Sasha Alderdy and Talia Greer presenting the
Good morning. My name is Sasha Adderley.
My name is Talia Graham, and today we're going to talk about addition. So, I put together a book with a little help of my dad. So, this right here is these are our power drills. Okay, so this is a torch. Sadly, I'm not going to be lighting today because I don't know how to work it, but I'm not going to be working. So, also, okay, so this is what the man's holding here to give a little, like, it's like act as you kind of like stick it around, and then you get the pipe we did in class. Right? With you like, if you're gonna like do this right here, you need tinted goggles. You can't have like the clear ones because then it's like something's gonna happen to your eye. You know, you have to see. So you're gonna put these on. These on like this. Alright, yeah. Okay, so here's a planning sheet, like a worksheet, and here's the AC. You get like those one of those big AC that sit on top of the roof at like big buildings. This is what it is right here. Alright, safety comes first, kids. Safety comes first. Alright, so what you need is to choose the right propane torch for your needs, as you guys know. Wear appropriate safety gear. I would advise you not to come with shorts, crop tops, none of that, because if you're looking to not get dirty, it's not right. It's really like wearing stuff because, you know, hands-on activities, we do a lot. So, light the propane torch. Right here, Sally. I'm not going to light it because it's not adjust the height of the flame. Place the flame against the material. This is the material we're going to be placing the flame against. Turn off the gas when you are done using the torch. Use gloves when using the torch, gloves, or like different gloves like this. Alright. Fire. Is there anything you can't do? Popular Mechanics completed a list of 10 things you didn't know you could do with a blowtorch. And some of them will surprise you. Short spinning copper pipes is a no-brainer, but stretching wood, killing weeds, moving cage, and steering a stretch. Alright, fire your torch and check off your to-do list and do some and snap. Stubborn nuts and bolts are annoying. And what's worse is when it slides off and you smack your knuckles against the wall or the side of the truck engine. A mechanic's trick is to heat up the fastener with a torch before cracking on it with the wrench. The heat causes the material to expand and the rust to crack up loose, making the nut or bolt easier to turn. Just make sure there is nothing flammable like leaking fuel near the fastener before turning on the flame and putting the flame near the area you are burning. You know how annoying it is when you cut a rope and then the end unravels? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you cut it like unravels. That's so annoying. But a simple way to keep the end together is exactly like the torch. The flame melts the end, slightly causing the individual pieces to bond together. Forget chemical killers and getting on your knees to pull wheat only to have the roots live. Right. Burn those weeds with a blowtorch. Okay, so you know how so you know your driveway, like it has like cracks and like have weeds growing in it, and it's like on your sidewalk there are weeds growing in it. You know, you don't have to get on your knees and use chemical killers. You can use a torch and burn it all, the weeds off, and it won't like cause no damage. Just make sure there's no flowers or grass where you're burning the weeds. Alright, okay. So wait, hold up. These are so like I was saying, this is what you should wear, you know, with using like the everything. This is a hot coil and cold coil. This is some equipment you will need. This is the big AC vent I'm talking about. You guys know from the first page. This is how it looks. It sits on top of big buildings. He's putting a hot coil and a cold coil together, some more equipment, and some food. All right, so note that. Smaller to the heat function of pumping blood through the vents and the engine. The compressor holds 240 volts, which comes from the breaker's valve. It is the heart of the AC unit. Without this, the unit would not function. The outside unit is the circulate the gases to the inside unit. It runs through copper pipes, which is routed through the walls inside the house. You guys need it.
Alright, what kind of refrigerant is used in compressors? The most common HFC refrigerant hydrofluorocarbon gas is R410A. Since 2010, R410A has been the leading replacement for R22. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the R410A is safer for the environment. The price has increased over time due to supply and demand. R410A has been in such demand that R22 is phased out. R410A is a mixture of hydrogen, fluorine, and carbon. It lacks chlorine, which makes the gas less harmful.
Okay, so this is, like you guys are probably familiar with the pictures. I showed you guys this. Alright, the copper pipe, okay, how AC refrigerant is transferred. The copper pipes are soldered through, gases can travel at least through the house, the inside unit, to the inside unit, where the hot air will be transferred back into the outside fan. This is how the refrigerant gas is distributed through the outside AC unit.
Alright, what is soldering? Soldering is referred to as a sweating or heating and tubing connection. The steps, gather proper materials, which she mentioned. Take safety precautions, which she mentioned as well. Turn on the gas, which is connected to the red tank. This would be helping ignite the fire. The tank, like for the flame thing, it has a red tank and a blue tank.
Sadly, we don't have it today. You guys are probably familiar with it. We didn't have
The red one is gas. Like the striker is like one is it's only really middle and then you hold your hand. You place the striker with your thumb hand and use the right to the left. While putting your thumb on the right side of the striker and your index finger on the left side. This will start the flame. Turn on the oxygen, which is on the valence parts, maybe connect to it. This will cause the to appear a aqua color. The aqua flame must be at least 1 inch from the source on the torch that will like allow even burning. And this is the liquid gas.
While in the pipe, the gas is in liquid form until the solution reaches the coil. With advance the solution to a gas state and release the hot air back outside. If hot air isn't emerging out of the outside unit fan, this is a sign the fan is not operating properly. This is the cold air and this is the mist that comes out of the piston.
Alright, process repeats. After the hot mist is transported out, the cool air stays in the unit, flows out of the vents. The process continually occurs as long as the AC is running properly. We'd like to give our friends the air conditioning instructor, Mr. Holloway. Even though it has been a short 6 weeks, the opportunity to acknowledge that He has been graciously given us will be useful for the rest of our lives. Which for that we are grateful and would like to present a scene of our appreciation.
So I would like to say how grateful we are to have like this whole camp going. Of course, Mr. Doja and the staff members, and also Mr. Holloway. Okay, he right there. Oh, okay, him. He'll teach you something you won't have to call nobody. You'll do it yourself. So we would like to give him his award.
Thanks, ladies. I'm sure you guys will never have to spend another day at home with an AC that is not working.
We will now call on Ruth Dowstate, Madison McClary, and Ashari Taylor. She played on electricity.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We're going to have a project on electricity. My name is Madison McClary. My name is Ruth State.
And my name is Ashari Taylor.
We did our first first slide on the ABCs of electricity. The ABCs of electricity is always be careful. That's what ABC stands for. And the ABCs of electricity is used to keep workers safe when they're dealing with electrical stuff. Ohm's law. Ohm's law states that the current through a conductor between 2 points is directly proportional to the voltage across the 2 points. What Mr. Gray taught us is, which is the formula shown on the board, V, which equals I times R. V stands for voltage, I is current, and R is resistance. I, which equals current, voltage divided by resistance, and resistance, which equals current divided by resistance. Next, we will be talking about OSHA, which stands is O for organization, S for safety, H for health, and A for administration. OSHA was used to protect workers and the businesses they work for from getting sued. Now I'll be presenting the next slide on voltage. Current times resistance. ACV, which stands for alternative current voltage. This is a line graph showing the alternative current voltage. DCV, which stands for direct current voltage. In this picture, it is a multimeter being used to test the battery. When using a multimeter, it must be on ACV. As shown right here, you probably can't see it, but it's ACV and it's supposed to be on 250. And Ohm's resistance, which we haven't tested, but Mr. Frank taught us, is right here as well. Thank you. AC, alternative current. This is alternative current in a picture. DC, direct voltage. This is a line graph showing the direct current. Next, we will be talking about PPE. PPE stands for personal protective equipment. This is how to safely use PPE. Keep glove pans away from face, avoid touching or adjusting other PPE, remove gloves if they become torn, perform hand hygiene before donning the gloves, and limit surfaces and items touched. And we have our last slide on facts. Fact number 1 is when dealing with wires, the gold one is hot and the silver one is neutral. We have this over here. Our second fact is if you put both hands on the circuit, you can stop it with your body. The third fact is some of the materials used when dealing with electricity is multimeters, as in Bruce's hand. A screwdriver, wire strippers, and gloves. And our fourth fact is if you get shocked the wrong way, you can get killed. And in this last diagram, it shows how. All of these numbers are milliamperes. They explain what causes, how much milliamperes cause to your body. 1 milliampere could cause a threshold of sensation to your body. 2 milliamperes cause a mild shock. 5 milliamperes will cause a GFCI to trip. A GFCI is an outlet that everybody has at their house. 10 milliamperes will cause you not to be able to let go. 20 milliamperes will cause muscle contraction. 30 milliamperes will cause suffocation, possible suffocation. 100 milliamperes will cause your heartbeat to stop. 300 milliamperes will cause you to stop breathing. 900 milliamperes will cause severe burns, and 1,000 milliamperes will light a light bulb, 100-watt light bulb. We did pertaining to electricity. Thank you. Now we will be presenting Mr. Frank. During this current moment, I will be presenting this award to Mr. Frank for everything he taught us. He taught us everything.
Somebody got the wave. That's your wave. Oh yeah. He got the big
show your way.
Parents, I'm sure you're excited to know that you may never have to spend another dollar on anything related to AC, electricity, tiling, plumbing, or paint jobs. We wouldn't have been successful if it weren't for our instructors that were patient with us and took the time out to teach us. Thank you for sparking something new inside of us.
We may have the next best construction workers among us. Only the future will tell.
Before we move on to the student presentations, we would like to call back up Ant so he can present some more acknowledgement to the special guests.
Okay, so there we have, come on, gentlemen. Mr. Powell.
Yes.
Powell, that's
Maestro
Maestro Powell. You know, as I said, he is in the community relationship. He has a relationship with the community. And he's on 99 Gems, as you can see his shirt. Leighton Brown, president of the LCN.
First of all, I'd like to say, when I come to any event, I almost have to tell you I have to thank God first of all. That's why I've been out first. And Bill called me and come. I wanted to come because Bill came to my station, which we are owned by Cox Media Group. I'm the community relationship director for the brand Cox Media Group. We own 4 radio stations. When he came to me with a vision. And that vision was God's vision to help teach young people, men and women, to how to have a career. And one thing I saw with my vision, and my job is for a relationship person with Cox Media Group, is to help provide those visions throughout the community. And build up, straight up honest with you. When I walked in the building, the young man handed me the book. I cannot be as wise as my father until he gives it to me. He showed me some of this book, and I've been dealing with you for a long time. And if you look at the book on the front of this, I didn't know this until seconds ago. And it's got 4 pillars there. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The last one is you. On the top is come a seal. It seals down on all of us. Meaning to the young people, you are important to this world. You are our future. You are going to be great at what you do. You're going to build bridges, homes, hospitals. A lot of y'all become great people. You got to think about what you're getting yourself into. It's great because it's part of God's work, building America. And if it wasn't for people like you who want to build and want to learn and want to build homes, hospitals, and houses, we need you. So don't take your job very lightly. Take your job very seriously. I want to tell you that I'm proud of all the teachers who are giving their time up to teach these young kids to see the future. And the moms and dads, I'm proud of you to show the support, because without showing support for these kids, they wouldn't be here. I want to thank God for all of you guys, and I just ask, Bill, continue to do what you're going to do. Just know, you're getting it from my mouth, from my lips. God going to be with you, and so will Cox Media Group. Thank you.
Let's give another round of applause to these.
Fellow students, you have done such an amazing job this summer, learned a tremendous amount, and have grown so much. Knowing this, we would like to move on to the presentation of Students Awards, done by Mr. Luis Diaz.
Before we start, the first award is going to one of the police officers, one of the resource officers, who is doing our very first presentation. Came out, well, all the officers came out and watched our young men and women and encouraged them. But he said something that really stuck with us. That there was one of the students who was a student at a school that he's the resource officer for. He had a lot of problems with it. The boy ran crazy. But he never gave on the kids. Ms. Bochamp, would you please come and get out there?
So like Mr. Dozier said, you know, I did have a lot of problems with Mr. Isaiah. He's tired now. But he was a handful last year. It was my first time at that school. So, you know, it was just about building that relationship with him. So I'm glad I did, and I look forward to, you know, this year coming up to see what he's going to be working with. I am proud of him, like I said the last time, that I never expected him to be not only the host of this program, but he was the host last time. So, you know, it's a good thing to have these kids work on their public speaking, because they're going to need it when they get older in life. When they go to college or apply for a job, they need it. So he's working. I'm very proud of him, and I hope he continues.
As mentioned earlier, my name is Louis Diaz. I work for Miami-Dade County Public Schools. And about 4 years ago, I transitioned into a new role where I more or less work at the district level. I've always worked at a school site, right? I worked at Miami-Jackson. I was a principal in American Senior High. So I worked at various different schools. But 4 years ago, I came into this world. And I met this gentleman right here, Mr. Dozier, because this is one of the centers that I kind of oversee, the principal in the back, Dr. Clark. And I knew nothing of Mr. Dozier. But now I know Mr. Dozier as if basically like a step-grandfather to me. He knows where my house is. He definitely knows my phone number. He knows where to find me on the weekends. And Dozier, I never told you this, but whenever I wear that shirt that you gave me, I never get more questions on the weekend. What is that? You know what I tell them? It's real simple. You want to know what that is? It's Urban Construction Craft Academy. Come meet me on 63rd and 27th Avenue about 5 in the afternoon, and you can find out. What do I gotta do? I said, just bring some clothes and you don't worry about getting dirty. And you come out here. And that's every time. Not many of them showed up, have they, Bill? No, they haven't showed up. I'm gonna Bill, but that's my response every time. Because what these gentlemen do, I came out here on a Saturday. I think I was like 2 weeks into the job. He's like, Diaz, come out here and let me see what we're doing. But I had no idea what was going on. I walked in on a Saturday. I will never forget. There was all of these volunteer general contractors and other trades here just spending Saturday time knowing that they were just going to give back to the community, whatever community it might be. They just knew that there was a purpose in their life outside of making that money, which they made, you know, or they made or retired, to give back. And I was sold, and I was sold right on that moment that whatever this man asked me for, such as utilizing this building in the summer after school, we're going to make it happen. Okay? So that's what my heart is. And I want to be honest with you. I was coming out here today. I had no idea what I was coming out to. I had no idea. Man, you made my whole summer inviting me out here today, because you can have all that other stuff I deal with on a daily basis. I'll take this right here every day of my life. Okay? But enough about me. Then we're going to talk about these kids right here. So we have certificates, right? And I'm not sure exactly the process, but I know you're standing here looking at me, so what do you want me to do? Okay, perfect. We'll do it like that. Don't get mad if I mispronounce your name, okay? Trust me, I'm Louis Diaz, and I grew up in Marietta, Georgia, and trust me, they destroyed my name. It's part of life. I'm still standing here today smiling, and everything's good. But we're going to start off with Rashad Rami. Jamari Brown. Ruth Vilsaint. Keon Perry. Maurice McCleary. Adrian Acosta. Jada Holton. Malachi Doyle. Malik Doyle. Quancy Blackman. Khalid Walker Brown. Jermaine Taylor.
That's not.
All right, Jaden Roberts.
Okay, stay please.
Deja Lopez. D'Angelo Knowles. Darnell Jackson. Tiana Graham. Ashari Taylor. Patron Moore. Jalen Lewis Roel. Really Moore.
I never know nothing about this camp. They actually walked up to me and said, "Oh, I see something in you. A great spirit in you." So that's my opportunity that I can actually come here and learn. Because all the stuff that they taught me, I never know nothing about plumbing, electric, none of all that. My mind wasn't focused on that. My mind was focused on something else. But they actually gave me a chance to actually open my mind and learn new stuff in life and have a goal to be a boss. That's all I want to know. Thank you.
Alexis Acosta.
Oh, Atamika.
Sasha Adderley. Aquilina. Calvin Brown. Devin Daniels. Leah Graham.
Will you get a picture with me?
Yusuf Scott.
This kid has tons of potential. He has tons of potential.
Joris Seymour.
Counselors, you guys did not go unnoticed. You guys have mentored us and assured us that we had a good time while learning. I'm sure there were at times you guys were frustrated with us, and we are grateful you guys never gave up on us.
With this in mind, we'll be moving on to the presentation of counselor awards by our students. First, we'd like to bring up Jamari Brown and Rashad Rainey, presenting Miss Jackie Spencer with her award.
Oh, yeah, Jackie!
Hello, my name is Mark Brown. A wonderful staff member named Miss Jackie.
Miss Jackie is the best at making sure everything is in order and making sure the students follow directions while being nice at the same time. She has a great attitude and she tries her hardest to make sure everyone is following directions and doing the right thing.
On behalf of the Academy, we appreciate your hard work and dedication. Thank you, Ms. Jackie.
Next we have Ms. Betty Carson, presented by Adrian Acosta and Malik Doyle. We are here to tell you about a hard-working individual named Miss Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth is a very responsible and well-organized staff member. She is very nice, but she doesn't let a student take control. She can be very straightforward, but that's what makes her such a great staff member. And that's why Miss Elizabeth deserves this certificate.
Thank you, Malik and Adrian. We will now call up Akeem Nwaku and Jalen Lewis to present Coach D with his staff award.
Good afternoon. My name is Akeem, and this is my classmate Jalen. We are glad to present Coach D with this council award. Coach has been a great addition to the camp staff. He set a great example for my classmates and I. Coach encourages us all to take the classes seriously, but he was still there to provide a fun and safe experience for us this summer. Coach was with us the majority of the day and gelled us into a family. Thank you, Coach, for contributing to this great experience that is the UCCA Summer Class of 28.
Thank you, Akeem and Jaden. Next we'll have Ms. Alexis Acosta and Yusef Scott present Ms. Beverly Roundtree for presentation.
Hi, my name is Alexis. I'm going to name Yusef. We're here to recognize Ms. Beverly. She's a nice person. She helps us when we feel down.
She helped us improve our business traits. And yes, we had our ups and downs, but we always managed to put our troubles aside. Overall, she's a great counselor, and she always gives us the help we need.
Yeah, she's kind of strict on us, but at the end of the day, it's worth it because we have a lot for her.
Your award, sincerely from yourself.
Next we have Darnell Jackson presenting Mr. Travis Currington Award. Mr. Travis wanted you guys to know that we saved the best for last.
I would like to thank Mr. Travis for continuously hitting us with reality checks. Thank you for warning us about jail through your testimonies and through your unorthodox ways. I'd like to thank you for the discipline that you brought back to the camp. You volunteering in this camp will definitely keep some children off the street and turn them into leaders.
The next gentleman we had to recognize because it was towards the end of the camp and we had a few vacancies. And I called the station and said, hey man, I need to come on the air and pump our camp a little bit. He said, you got it. See you Tuesday morning. Most of you know him being the host of the town morning show. Get up very early. Rodney Baltimore. Like Maestro and the others, they're always open the airways for the academy. I just want to thank you.
First of all, I want to say thank you to each and every one. Wait a minute. I think that's the guy that was the one. No, we're kidding. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for, it's very important that you get funding for these programs. There are people across the state of Florida, some don't want you to have these opportunities to learn these various skills. And you proved them wrong. You completed this task. Some of you will get your certificates and your training. I want to thank the instructors as well, because a lot of you want to count you out, and I want to count you in, and you wear those shirts proudly. And I just want to say thank you for allowing me to broadcast an opportunity for you to do something. Parents, you know your kids will make money, so keep them here.
We will now welcome our own Miss Michelle Simmons, a UCA board member, up to the front to give words of encouragement.
First of all, I want to say congratulations to all the students. I think the mistress and the master of ceremony said it very well in the beginning when they stated that you may not take some of these skills and become plumbers, you might not be AC experts, but what you have been able to do is take a very unique experience and dig down into yourselves and find something unique about yourselves. What I want to say is, as a mother of a 25-year-old, the world has changed significantly. All of the adults, when y'all went to camp, what did you do? I did macrame, I did painting, we planted a tree, you know, okay, it was cool. I did not get to touch a welding, what was that thing you guys had? Torch. I didn't get to touch a torch. And that's important because if you notice, a lot of the world is going in a totally different direction. All of the stuff that you guys are seeing on internet and on social media, that is the world. And there's a whole group of other people your age, maybe of a different skin complexion, who have taken off and gone in a totally different direction. I'm not telling you that college is not important. I'm not telling you what you learned. Algebra is not important, although I never use algebra again. I never use calculus again. I never use biology again. Not talking about those things. I'm certainly saying that the world has changed. And you guys are our inspiration to see how we can start to change with this world. I met a young man who, two young men who are starting their own businesses with t-shirts. Where are those gentlemen? Raise your hands. Already looking at entrepreneurship as the way to go. This is where the world is going. This is where the world is going. I know we've got people who are still trying to give coal miners work. That ain't happening. We got people who are losing jobs to robots. That is happening. So all of these young people are going to be the beginning of a whole new world, especially for what I call our brown boys world. So I just want to say congratulations, parents. You guys have done a great job in bringing your children to something different. You got to have an open mind. So you guys are the reason for this. Allowing me to be on the board and be a part of something that has grown. I've seen some of the old heads. Where's Antoine? I see Mr. Smiling. And yeah, I'm talking about y'all. Y'all been here since 2011. But this is a new generation, so congratulations. Let's go eat. How about that?
My name is Theron Clark, and I'm the principal of this location. I'm the principal of alternative education alternative outreach program. And I'm just elated to be a part of this. Mr. Dozier has done things that can't be described. He's a phenomenal person, and I would be remiss if I don't give him a round of applause. Y'all give him students this summer. They took over the building. I mean, they were everywhere, the library, painting, fixing, doing stuff, and it kind of touched me because I've seen these kids in a different light after the summer. I've seen them in another capacity, but after seeing Mr. Dozier and the staff work with them this summer, it's just like to set off another light bulb, and I want to congratulate you all, let you all know that a seed has been planted. You're the seed. You are the seed that's been planted. When we come back in a few years from now, you might blossom to be this little tree. But if you continue on the path you're going to grow to be a big tree to not only provide shelter, but to provide food. So keep pushing, okay? Keep pushing. I passed out a little booklet to everyone today. For y'all that know, sometimes you start something, you plant that seed, you set energy. And these children have a gift. They have a craft, and they have a desire to continue moving forward. And Miami-Dade County Public Schools is here to support that. We have one of the best career technical education programs in the nation. You see those places on TV, they say go to this college, go to this college, go to that college. Sometimes you don't have to pay that price and not get the rewards. If you come to one of our centers, and which I've given you a booklet right here, you can continue studying construction management. You can study air conditioning refrigerator mechanics. You can study auto mechanics. You can go be a teacher and a mechanic. But we have everything that you need right here at less than half the cost that you would pay for those other programs. So students, as well as some parents, build upon what you're doing right now. In the evening, for adults, Mr. Dozier has a program in the evening for you. If you need something, look to talk to him. He is the man. Students, once you get back to school this year, you need to study hard. And don't come see me. Don't come see me this summer in this capacity. Come see me in the capacity you're now. I want you to study hard, Hit the books, get the grades, and start thinking about what you want to do. You can get your high school diploma and get your construction training. You can get your high school diploma and become an air conditioning refrigerator mechanic, and then you can touch that blowtorch, young lady. Then you can touch that blowtorch, okay? But I just want to make sure that I share this information to you. I want to give accolades to Mr. Dozier, as well as every adult and everybody that came out here to support the summer. And we look forward to doing it again next summer. But again, look into this. This is
Thank you, Dr. Clark.
Yes, sir.
We will now be calling Mr. Bill Dozier to give a few closing remarks.
Before we leave, let's thank our hostess and Mr. Ceremony for a phenomenal show. I'm extremely encouraged by what I've seen, and I thank you parents very much for the opportunity to work with them for 6 weeks. It's truly a joy. I know when first attended the bill, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I didn't have quite as much gray hair, but nonetheless, it was a good play. So again, thank you for entrusting us to us for this 6 weeks. And we're about to do something that's very, very important. We have a very, very delicious meal prepared by parents, counselors, and what have you. It's a home-cooked meal. And you're going to see how well our guys and young ladies can serve you. But before we do that, Jada's going to bless you.
Everybody bow their heads. Father, thank you for the food that we about to receive. Father, we thank you for blessing us. Father, we ask you in the name of Jesus that you cover us and cover the food of everybody that blessed it. Thank you for letting us be able to have the food. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.